I personally had two SVS 2000 subwoofer before to start this channel, and I did an upgrade to the 2000 Pro in a moment later because I was need to control my subwoofer from my telephone. Why I choose SVS? Well, first of all, I like the white colors, and then I could control the subwoofer with a smart app and do equalizations. That for me is crucial. So today we are going to take a look for another interesting product that you can see here on my left, the SVS 3000 Micro small compact subwoofer. And at the end of the video, I will give you my tips to get the best from your subwoofer in home theater and hi-fi. Let's do it. The 3000 Micro was announced in March 2021, a compact 10-inch enclosure with SVS claiming any compromise on performance. I let it here on the stand so you can take a look of the subwoofer during my review. Two 8-inch woofers are mounted on the opposite side of the sealed cabinet, and they move in perfect unison to achieve the performance of larger driver and cancel at the same time the mechanical energy transferred to the cabinet. The first time that I saw this dual driver technology was actually with the Bauer & Wilkins subwoofer. And I say, wow, that's absolutely beautiful, I would like to test something like that. Never in my life I had a subwoofer that can work with this power and still remain stable. Actually on the 2000 Pro I had to replace the standard fit with the SVS sound pad. Here, absolutely not, but we will speak about it later. The active dual drivers are connected in parallel to a single power amplifier to ensure that each receives the same amount of current, the Sledge STA-800D2. And a 50 MHz DSP from analog device delivers sophisticated control and a custom equalization curves that for me in a subwoofer is a must to have. I will tell you later why. Oh, his ultra small dimensions and 23 pounds, so I think 10 kilograms, make it very easy to install it. I know very well my room, I know where I have to place a subwoofer to have a good sounds. Let me tell you something, every room is different. A position that is okay for me doesn't mean that it's okay for you. Take a look of the video, I will let it in descriptions, my best investment in my audio journey, because it's really interesting. And if you have the possibility to use Room Echo Wizard and a microphone, this will be a game changer. And if you would like to have a Room Echo Wizard tutorial, just let me know in description. I connected the subwoofer output of my Yamaha receiver CX5200 with the RCA cables to the LFE input of the SVS 3000 Micro. And as soon as you turn it on, you are ready to go. The only thing that you have to do is install the SVS applications. The app is absolutely the most beautiful things of this subwoofer. And I noticed that it's slightly more faster than the 2000 Pro. I don't know if they did an upgrade, but it looks like that. Here up we can select the subwoofer connections and you will find yourself on the home page. From here we can control the volumes. Then we have two ways to call the menu, from here or from here. With low pass filter we can control the upper frequency cutoff to blend with the main speakers. That means the subwoofer will work in this range, and we have also the possibility to choose between 4 different roll-off. Next we have the phase that will apply a varying amounts of signal delay which varies with the frequency. The phase control will have the most effect at 80 Hz and progressively less effect at deeper frequencies. It is different from the polarity that could be positive or negative. The polarity control is a true polarity reversal of the electrical signal being sent to the subwoofer. And that actually means that setting the phase at 180 degrees will result in a phase shift in the mid-upper bass range, but it will not result in a 180 degree phase shift at very deep frequency. Parametric EQ is a powerful tool that removing peaks and dips in your listening area. We have 3 bands and believe me, that are more than enough. And absolutely have a microphone like mini DSP will help you to understand where to cut and where to boost. From the bottom we have the possibility to save 3 different presets: movie, music and custom. And just call it from here as soon you need it. So absolutely a beautiful applications, well done, and it's working really good. So I did some tests with and without sound pad. For those who don't know what are the sound pads, are practically 4 isolation feet that you can replace with the standard one of any subwoofer to improve bass quality while reducing room rattle and noise. And especially when you play at very high volumes, for example with my 2000 Pro, look this video. With standard fit it looks like the subwoofer is more stable, but actually micro vibrations are transmitted to the ground with several noise from objects around. Here the subwoofer looks more flexible like a Tokyo Sky Tower, and vibrations are absorbed from the sound pad without degrade any performance. So it was my first upgrade that I did when I had the 2000 series and worth every single penny. So I did some tests, I measured the SPL and distortions of the subwoofer with and without sound pad. And when I start to play very loud with the 2000 Pro SVS, also is playing at more high volumes, I start to have this shaking object inside my room. Sound pad, absolutely no problem. But the 3000 micro is a different animal. It's absolutely stable. So from the test that I did, I will say that don't need any sound pad. But if you want to improve with the sound pad, is absolutely no problem. In home theater, I tested the 3000 micro connected to the Yamaha CX5200 receiver and Emotiva XPA Generation 3 multi-channel amplifiers. If you are asking why I don't use also a Yamaha multi-channel amplifier, well, because the Emotiva was just cheaper. I tested first with a unique and really interesting 2.1 systems with the Perlisten S4B speaker, a unique speaker that has a very unique frequency response. I suggest to take a look of the video. We just reviewed it last week. Combined with the S4B, I really appreciate the synergy between the two because they are both fast and agile in complex passages and was absolutely a Terminator machine. And then I moved also to my reference systems, that is a Dolby Atmos systems composed with a Sonetto Line 5.2.4 Dolby Atmos configurations, all Sonetto with dual SVS 2000 Pro. So I replaced the two SVS 2000 Pro and I installed the 3000 micro, so it's become a 5.1.4. Watching movie with my Dolby Atmos full configurations, I generally don't play very loud. So replacing the 3000 micro with the two 2000 Pro was absolutely not a downgrade. Yes, the 2000 Pro it's play deeper and is more powerful, but this small beast is an animal. And of course I test the 3000 micro with my reference Blu-ray. That's also a good suggestion if you want to test subwoofer. Mad Max overall is the best. John Williams live in Vienna, Dolby Atmos effects absolutely stunning. Hans Zimmer live in Prague, that's absolutely another Dolby Atmos Blu-ray must to have. Jurassic Park, this is a earthquake, and probably only with this movie when I cranked up the volumes, I miss the 2000 Pro dual configurations compared to the one single 3000 micro. Anyway, I was really satisfied from the overall results. And in the end, we have Eric Clapton Lady in Balcony. Also Dolby Atmos, this is the Full HD one. I was really angry because I bought this one and after 1 week I saw the 4K release. LFE channels was reproduced with authority, was clean and absolutely not fatigue, giving overall perfect tonality to any movie scene, in explosions and in action movies. The only things that I noticed was the difference between have two subwoofers and only one. And I'm not speaking about SPL capability or power. I'm speaking about this magic to let the subwoofer in your room disappear. Because as soon you play with a dual subwoofer well integrated in the room, they just disappear, pam! And everything is well balanced. But here with the 3000 micro, I had only one on the right, and sometimes in some movie scene I was feeling more pressures coming from the 3000 micro directions. So dual is absolutely a game changer. As soon as you test it, will not come back. In Hi-Fi, as you can see, test the configuration that I used for test the 3000 micro. We have Wurftel Evo 4.1 speaker, review available also on my YouTube channels. I will let it in descriptions. Everything was powered from this Technics SC600. It's an all-in-one CD player, streamer and Digital amplifier 60 watt. Really interesting, review coming soon. Integrate a subwoofer in hi-fi is nothing easy, even with speaker like that. Very small, they are not full range, but as soon as they are playing sub-bass at the same time, this is absolutely a problem. That's why, actually, in a speaker, when you have different driver, you have a crossover, right? So if you want to do a good work, a really good work that is absolutely very clean, I suggest to have a external crossover analog one. And I tested one, SPL analog crossover, absolutely beautiful. But I understand that it's probably a little bit expensive for this setup. Anyway, I will let the link of this video in descriptions. Just take a look because it's really interesting. And that's the best way to integrate a subwoofer in a hi-fi system. Anyway, I did it without. I choose the Evo 4.1. They are not playing very deep in the sub bass, so it was okay to just working with the 3000 micro together to have what is missing actually in the sub bass and also in the mid bass. If you hear some noise, it's raining and it's absolutely now in August a terrible weather here in Germany. Anyway, have a DSP and equalization curves in a subwoofer is, in my opinion, a game changer and a must to have, because just integrated without analog, external analog crossover between the two, without EQ and DSP is pretty impossible. So it really helped me a lot to achieve this sort of flat line, let's call it like that is in a room is something really difficult to achieve. And now let's move to hi-fi sound quality. Tell me one music genre where the subwoofer is a must to have. Hip-hop. Niggas screw their face up at me on some real shit, son, they don't want me. So I liked how the 3000 micro was still preserve the intelligibility of the artist, because I need to have a really clear intelligibility and still give me this authority and impact on the sub bass and mid bass, adding body to the hip hop music genre, something that was missing when I play the Evo 4.1 as a standalone. No sub, no fun, also in dance music, if you are a dance music lovers. And adding a subwoofer in a configuration like that is like adding mozzarella on a pizza. And I'm coming from Italy, and I know what I'm saying. And I was really satisfied from the 3000 micro that was highlighting the bass lines without being never too fatigued. A clean and composed dance bass line. It sounds like a full range speaker. Actually, in my opinion, it's better than a full range speaker, because with this type of configurations you can place the subwoofer in a positions of your room where the bass actually will be more. This track is full of sub-bass contents, and without a subwoofer, again, is pretty impossible to be reproduced correctly. So absolutely, we have a reproductions as the artist intend. Great ability of the 3000 micro to add what was missing in this song in the bass lines without break any harmony. I wanted to see how the 3000 micro could rock, and I played some Linkin Park and System of a Down's tracks. And here I have to say that Wordle Evo combined with these techniques was probably not the best configurations for rock music. Was to me sounded a little bit fatigued in the trebles. Anyway, I appreciate how the 3000 micro was giving the possibility to the instruments to also play deeper, but not only. Really beautiful the soundstage improvement that I had. I got more spaciousness feeling, everything sounds more large and open, something that probably I was not expecting, because when we think to subwoofer we just think that is for bass frequency, but it's not like that, it's also for improve your soundstage. And especially with these songs of Max Richards, everything sounds more deeper and I could look inside the darkness. Again, another artist that without subwoofer will just sound probably not right, because any Eric Abbado tracks contain a lot of sub-bass informations, and I really appreciate the 3000 micro improvement in this sub-bass frequency area. What about jazz music? Well, bass line in jazz music are fundamentals, and to have a bass line that is full of body, that has good textures, that is never too high and just leading the songs with authority, but never hiding other instruments, is something really important. Again, with the 3000 micro, these songs will sound with a bass line that has more textures and with more audible details. This was my pro and contra regarding the SVS 3000 micro. About what I would like to see, I just had an auto equalizations. Probably something difficult to have in this price range, but if you think about it, some subwoofer have the ability to do an auto equalizations
with your smartphone.
You just place closer to your subwoofer, it will do just a small calibrations, and then you let it in your listening positions, and then it will perform auto equalizations. Something that really can help those people that, let's say, they don't like to just lose times with microphones, Rumeco Wizard, because let's be honest, playing with equalizations without have measures is something really difficult, almost impossible. So I understand that something like that probably will not have the accuracy of a professional mic, but is better than nothing. So really I would like to see something like that from SVS. I did it, why not? Maybe they look this video and they think about it. So at the end, the 3000 micro have all the characteristics that probably you will need in a subwoofer, that are accuracy, speed, and a clean sounds without too much harmonics. It can play very deep, probably not so much deep like the 2000 Pro, but let's say deep enough to integrate it with a small bookshelf and to have fun in home theater. Larger room will still require two of them, and dual is absolutely my favorite setup, but I couldn't ask more from a subwoofer of these dimensions. It delivers deep subsonic frequencies and a great output, still maintaining a compact dimensions and price. Has the ability to make any bookshelf speaker sounds full of body with any source, from home theater to hi-fi. Make it absolutely a best buy in its unique category. There is not so much compact subwoofer on the market, and the 3000 micro is absolutely on the top positions. From it out is everything. I hope you appreciate my video. If you found it interesting, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and see you soon.